Welcome to the next lecture on value creation from social innovation. So, the validating value propositions can happen through assessment in value proposition validation through market survey, through gathering user feedback information and assessment. Here assessment is in terms of usability, durability and desirability. This is very important: desire, usable and durable. The value proposition refinement can be done by creating multiple versions of prototyping, multiple versions which allows iterative testing and refinement. So, that is the prototyping does this role. So, the value proposition refinement can always happen by making prototyping, make adjustments which is based on customer feedback, and it enhances value proposition based on user requirement. Okay. By validating the value propositions, social innovation can ensure that the offering are relevant, appealing and aligned to stakeholder aspirations. So, this is very important. These points are very important, because in innovation what happens, many a times we try to develop a novel solution without a customer. And here we are all, the challenge in social innovation is you are trying to always develop frugal solutions. Frugal solutions which are reliable, repeatable, scalable and relevant. All these things are very important in social innovation, which many a times need not be there in other innovation. This makes it very difficult, and here you have to have various stakeholders all in the same page, such that you try to achieve whatever you want. And there are several successful models which are already available in terms of products, process, service and government policies. So, when we try to look at the types of value generated by social innovation, economical value, then environmental value and social value. In economical value, you try to create sustainable financial returns, you try to create jobs and stimulating the economy, then investing in community and improving quality of life. For example, here we talk about social enterprises, impact investing, right. This is what is the economical value. When we talk about environmental value, it is promoting sustainability and ecological impact by reducing pollution and protecting the environment and conserving the natural resources. All these things are very important when you try to talk about environmental value. Say for example, here we have tetra cycle is an example. So, the assignment is you will try to look at what is this tetra cycle, and you will also try to look at Khan Academy, what is the model, how do they sustain, why is it popular still. Then the social values are going to be addressing social needs and improving well-being, reducing poverty and inequality, promoting social justice and inclusion. Example here is going to be Khan Academy. Okay. So, the assignment for this lecture is going to be what is tetra cycle. So, you will try to see what is tetra cycle, and you will also try to see what is Khan Academy, how is it a social innovation. Some of the examples of value creation from social innovation, we will try to see one or two case studies as part of this lecture. So, case study 1 is Grammia Bank and microfinance, which I have already asked you to go through it and make assignments on it. So, you would have read many of the literatures on it. So, this Grammia Bank and microfinance, it is empowering the underserved people, community of people. The Grammia Bank is a pioneering microfinance institution which was founded by a Nobel laureate Muhammad Yunus at Bangladesh in 1976, almost before 50 years. Microfinance means it is a small loan, savings and other financial services to individuals who lack access to traditional banking service. They try to give loans. For example, if there is a postmaster who comes to every house, who delivers letter and who knows who is residing in this house. Now, the postmaster becomes a assertive source of information about the person's existence and his behavior. Now, if this postmaster tries to give a word saying that let us go give him loan or let us give him some X amount for the betterment and let him start doing some business. So, that is what is happening in microfinance. A group of people are identified, they are certified saying that they are good, and then the bank comes ahead and gives them a loan. And this is loan, not a freebie money which they throw away, they give a loan, and using that loan the community of people have to work together for a common cause, produce the output, make profit for them and return back the loan. So, microfinance talks about small loans, savings and other financial services to individuals who lack access to a traditional service. The key features of Grammia Bank approach is it is a group based lending, wherein which the group acts as each other's guarantor. Then there is no collateral requirement. Here they are enabling access to credit for those without assets. Then it is especially focused on women groups, because women groups generally their mobility is not very high, and they are since they are the breadwinner for the family or they have a family attached, they are mostly reliable, mostly. So, focus on women empowerment is prioritizing women while lending. So, you see here you are trying to give a loan to a group of people, maybe 10, and each one becomes the guarantee for the other, and then you try to give them a loan without any asset, just by looking at the proposal or whatever it is, looking at their attitude, the way they go forcefully in establishing a business, or the way they go convince people in buying their products. They look at their capability, the group's capability, and then what they do is they try to give this loan towards women folks. So, women folks, because they do not move, they have a child family and they have a moral commitment to take care of the family. So, they are been as a prime focus which has been done. This is a very successful model. If you and I go to the bank, nobody will give you a loan without an asset, but here they trust the group, and here it is a social upliftment, plus it is also improving their well-being. This is a successful model which is a social innovation. Bank for poor, Grameen Bank. So, the impact of Grameen Bank is it has elevation, the poverty elevation has happened. So, it has enabled to start businesses and improve life. Next is women empowerment. So, by giving them access to finance and decision making. So, women empowerment, they are given finance and they are allowed to take decisions now. Next is improved social indicator, is it is related to education, healthcare and lifestyle, has improved because of this Grammia banks. A social innovation, how it has impacted the society, you see. Then it is economic growth and community development. We have through local economy, local economic activities, entrepreneurship, and job creation. It has happened, job creation has happened. Let me tell you another example which has recently happened in my nearby village. So, there was a lady who lost her husband during COVID. She had 3 kids to grow. She is becoming the breadwinner of the family. She is illiterate and she was looking for some job, very sincere lady, very capable lady. She was looking for some job wherein which she can try to maintain her family and give proper education and food, health care for her children. So, she was struggling for some time, and then what she did was she put her details in the Instagram or some social hangouts. So, she put, and then what happened, within 2 days time, several similar kinds of women joined together. They all found out there are 6-7 people who all are having the same situation. They all joined together. They all thought of for a while what is to be done, and then they realized that food industry is something which is going to be green. Lot of people look for delicious food, and that does not need a huge education. All they need is to hone their skills properly, whatever they already have. So, then they did some small training, online training through some by doing some courses. Now, they all have learned the skill. Now, the women folks have divided their responsibilities. 2 of them will take care of breakfast, 2 of them will take care of lunch, 2 of them will take care of snacks, and the 2 of them will take care of dinner. So, 8 people joint handedly, now they start a small social innovation, they start a small startup, and this startup is used to produce food depending upon the requirement of the customer, and then they try to collect money into the kitty. At end of the month, they divide the profit such that everybody can get the same share. Wonderful model, a social innovative model. So, a community is now protected and they are able to take care of their family. So, now what has happened? A new job creation has happened and they have become entrepreneurs, and the economy of the money, whatever is there, is not getting moved, it is getting redistributed among themselves. Once you start doing social innovation, the money gets distributed within the community itself. The next example is Tom's shoe, the buy one give one business model. Tom's Shoes is a socially conscious footwear company which was founded by Blake in the year 2006. This is how the logo of the Tom's company looks like. The buy one give one model is, for every pair of shoes you purchase, Tom's donate a pair of shoes to a child in need. So, it is 1 plus 1 you take, then it is given to a needy person. So, Tom's model. So, looking at the social model, Tom's was able to sell more shoes. More and more shoe he sells, more and more people, more and more shoes he donates. So, now he has developed a model wherein which people feel that buying a shoe and giving one shoe to a needy is much more thanksgiving to the society. So, they buy the shoe and the company does it religiously and then it goes. Today, there is also technology used in it. So, what they do is they try to integrate an RFID tag with the shoe. If the person wants to know to whom the shoe has been given and whether he is using the shoe, all these things can be noted down by the RFID tag if somebody is interested. There are many people who say I do not want to know, so that is okay, but the RFID is also getting integrated, not in this particular company, there is another product where they do so, and they also have a QR code. Okay. So, here it is, the model is you buy one and give one. The key feature of Tom's shoe approach is buy one shoe. So, buy one shoe. So, this buy one shoe ensuring a one to one model, the one to one match between customer and donates between a customer and a donated person. Okay. It ensures one to one match between a customer who buys it and the company who donates it to a person. The next one, it talks about long term partnership. Here it talks about collaboration with organizations and non-profits to distribute donated shoes. Long term partnership, they would like to have association with several NGOs. The company produces, there is a sponsorer to give the shoe. So, they tie up with NGOs. So, the NGO comes and takes the shoe from the company and distributes to a needy person. So, now there is a long term partnership between the NGO and the company. So, that is a key feature. Then the sustainable impact is this sustainable impact, it improves moment people start wearing shoes, it improves their health. It also tries to push them for well-being. So, these are sustainable impacts because of the social model which the Tom shoe approach does. So, access of footwear, so provides millions of them, provides millions of pairs of shoes to children in need, so that their health is taken care, well-being is done. Then it educates and empowers the see what has happened is, in a study they have also found out that the needy person, moment he has been provided with a shoe, he starts going to a school. Moment he starts going to a school, he starts well-being. Moment he gets educated, now he becomes empowered. It is all linked. Then the community development is the local. Moment he starts going to school, he starts educating, he starts contributing in a job. So, once he starts making or he starts going for a job, he gets money. So, here the community development happens. Moment he earns money, he puts it back into the community. So, the local economies and fostering a sense of pride and dignity comes. So, these are the impact and benefit of this particular case study of Tom shoes being given one on one. Then the third case study is Fairphone. The Fairphone is an ethical and a sustainable smartphone production. The Fairphone is a Dutch social entrepreneurship found in 2013. The theme of social innovation is going like a forest fire after 2000. The mission is to create a fairer and a more sustainable electronic industry by producing ethical smartphones. What are these ethical smartphones and what are their practices? Their practices are the ethical and a sustainable practice followed here is supply chain transparency. So, what is supply chain transparency? It tries to ensure suppliers are committed to responsible practices. Supply chain transparency. You buy it from me and I am producing some part, I am following the energy efficiency and sustainable processes. Then conflict free minerals. This is now what they do is they try to say the source minerals from conflict free regions it has to happen. Okay. It has to come from a place where the people look or take care of the mining engineers or the society which is around the mines. Then fair wages and working conditions are there. So, ethical and sustainable practices are they try to look at supply chain transparency, they try to look at conflict free minerals, they also look at fair wages and working conditions. Now, when we talk about ISO 9000, QS 9000, all these things are trying to include this fair wages and working conditions, sustainable solutions and supply chain transparency. If you get an ISO certificate for your facility, now they try to ask what is the operation it does, where is the material coming from, what is the authentication of that material and if that material has been extracted or manufactured in a sustainable way. The modular design and repairability is also thought about it. So, here we are trying to talk about designed in a way that allows easy replacement and repair. So, that means to say they have introduced modular concept repair of components. So, you are supposed to have a freedom of changing or interfacing new things into it. Then reducing the e-waste by making it reusable. Of course, the phones whatever comes through it cannot be compared with the best smartphones whatever you have. This tries to serve the functional purpose and it also does its work whatever it is, but here the social cause is trying to integrate modularity and reduced e-waste. So, here the environmental and the social and the environmental impact is the worker welfare. So, here we talk about fair wages and better working conditions. Next, reduced environmental footwork is easy repair and replacement. And the Fairphone actively engages with stakeholders, industrial players, customers to drive change and promote ethical practice in the electronic industry. So, electronic industry does lot of e-waste, plus while processing they consume lot of energy, they consume lot of water. So, this water has to be preserved. So, that is what this the Fairphone actively engages with various stakeholders, industry partners and customers to drive and promote ethical practices. The last case study for the discussion in this lecture is going to be solar sister, which I have also asked you to look into as an assignment. So, solar sister, this is empowering women through solar entrepreneurship. So, this was started in 2010 in Africa. So, the mission is to empower women. They are not, yes, they are interested in solar, but their prime interest was to empower women. Second thing was to do in the area of clean energy, such that they can claim or they do fall into the umbrella of social innovation. So, the mission to empower women through clean energy enterprises, entrepreneurship is the mission of this startup, Solar Sister. So, here they used women in developing solar products such that they can have their livelihood and also have a clean and a sustainable environment. So, here empowering women entrepreneurs is women focused network, wherein which they recruit and train women. They train women, they educate them about a solar panel, they try to educate them how to assemble a solar panel, then integrating the solar panel into a product such that it can have a sale value. So, the company also gives them the basic parts, the women do assembly and then they try to add some value to it, then they try to sell it in the market. They are also being taught for maintenance. If at all the product fails in the market, it comes back to them, they start working on the product and improving the product, or they try to maintain the product. By doing assembly and maintenance, they have a livelihood. So, here women focused network is recruit and train women for distribution of solar products and generate income by selling and maintaining. This is their model. So, here the improved livelihood is going to be access to energy, to education, then increased working hours, improved livelihood. So, it is directly proportional. They work more hours, they try to make more money, but it is not that they work 24 hours. Within the allowable limits, they try to work. Here it provides economic opportunity, and leadership role. This is the biggest advantage of this solar sister. Moving ahead with entrepreneurship and social innovation together, the entrepreneurship mindset in social innovation, it is combining creativity, risk taking and innovation. The entrepreneurial mindset should be very clear. You should have a combination of creativity, risk taking and innovation. You have to have a problem solving approach. Looking at the problem, you should not run away. So, you should have a problem solving approach. You should always think out of the box to come up with creative and innovative solutions. When we are trying to identify opportunities and changes through social entrepreneurship, we recognize first the unmet social needs and gaps. This is very, very important. Okay. So, this is where the entrepreneurship and social innovation comes together. Developing innovative solutions with social impact, for example, solar energy, right. So, developing innovative solutions with social impact, then empowering individuals and community through entrepreneurship. So, Grammia Bank. So, if you look at it, the social innovation leads to entrepreneurship. In this entrepreneurship is nothing but scalability of the solution. So, what are all the challenges? What are all the challenges which we face in scaling social innovation? So, limited resources and funding constraints. So, especially for non-profit organizations, funding becomes a challenge, or at early stage of any startup, of any venture. So, the next one is regulatory body and legal barriers. So, hindering the scalability and impact is very important. Then balancing sustainability and growth. These are the big challenges in scaling. Then strategizing for scaling social innovation is securing diverse funding resources and investment. So, look for government, look for private, look for CSR grant, etc., etc. So, securing diverse funding sources and investment, and then looking for crowdfunding, etc. Then building strategy, partnership and collaboration. So, these are the strategies to be followed, and advocating for supportive policies and regulation, talking to government and requesting them to give a small space for him. For example, all those products which are developed by social or under the heading of social innovation should be given a tax waiver, or a loan should be given at a lower interest. These are advocating for supporting policies and regulation. To conclude this lecture, we have gone through social innovation is a very powerful force for addressing complex societal challenges and creating positive change. Several case studies were dealt here: Grammia Bank, Tom's Shoes, Fairphones, Solar Sister. All the four things have been discussed in very brief, because it is a limited level lectures. So, you can't go deeper. I have given you the glimpse of it. Now, you can go back and do lot of digging. Then we have witnessed the transformative impact which has created by these examples under the social entrepreneurship. By embracing innovative approach, collaboration and focus on value creation, we can collectively shape a more inclusive and sustainable future. So, the assignments have been already given. One is you are start to work on Khan Academy. What is Khan Academy? How does it work? What is their social model? And the next one is Teach for All. Please go through this. They are available in the websites. Read that, make a small brief about it as an assignment. So, this will try to give you more and more insights. How are the social innovation impacting the society and how does it sustain? Thank you very much.